You are live.
We're live, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Flagrant 2 with X and Lou. I'm Lou, that's X. That's I got it right. I got it right.
Got it right. You got it.
Um, yeah, man. Uh let's well, first of all, congrats to the four teams that advanced to Vegas, the Pacers, Bucks, Pelicans, and Lakers. But before we even like break down what the Pacers did, because that was a high scoring game, I want to talk about the Lakers and Suns.
Oh Lord, straight into fire fan into the fire.
Oh man. I mean, it was a good game. But when you have a team, when you're playing against a team that they've been pretty good at home in the Lakers. LeBron is pretty much been the LeBron show in Lakeland. And then on top of that, you're in the first quarter and you have 10 turnovers. Like it's a recipe for disaster. So you guys put yourself in that position, in that hole, to ultimately go into the fourth quarter to have this controversial call. You put yourselves in this position. So ultimately, I feel two ways about this. First one is that timeout is like, you know how when you're playing 2K and then it's a
Mm-hmm.
loose ball, but somebody calls timeout and it's like, but there was no possession.
Yeah.
But then it's like it this I mean it's up to the ref's discretion. But you guys put yourself in that position, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. How you feel?
Yeah. From what I saw with that game, I'm gonna break it down. It's obviously those early turnovers, whatever. It's the
Yeah,
beginning of the
turnovers killed them.
game. It's the
Yeah.
beginning of the game. I don't think that the thing that truly killed them was the offensive rebounds. They gave up 21 offensive rebounds, and then when you look into the stats, Phoenix Sun, I think they're like 27th in the league in allowing offensive rebounds. They're one of the
Yeah.
worst teams.
Yeah, one of the worst teams. Yep.
And the Lakers, they got back their athleticism. They got Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura back. And then AD, he had 9 offensive rebounds. It's really nothing you could do when you shoot as a team 50%
Mhm.
and the other team shoots 36%, but they're picking up every board that they miss.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
one of the
Getting you
things
on the
that I've
boards.
seen that truly killed them is the fact that they cannot rebound. And that's something that Phoenix Sun is going to have to, look into picking up somebody who could, because Nurkic is he's fantastic for them, but it's a depth issue with the Sun. So I think that's the reason why they lost the game. And when we talk about the end of the game,
Mhm.
that that timeout, I think it has to be. I don't know. It don't happen too often, but it does happen at times, and it's just like we don't want the refs to make the game,
Yeah,
their game.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, we have to have something about like because we understand this possession, but there has to be like a rule with true possession. Like if we're
yeah.
gonna look back at it and we're gonna challenge or we're gonna be that late in the game, there has to be like a true possession of the ball because they're talking about him having the ball like on his
On his
butt.
hip.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
he had
yeah.
one hand on it, the ball on his hip, and it's like, yo, is that true possession? Like, it's probably
I
still
don't think it.
possession. Like the shot clock would never change, so it's still their possession. But it's just like he don't truly have control of that ball.
And the thing I was like, it's almost like, because even if he would have had possession that 1 second, he still lost possession like literally after. So that means that LeBron was sitting here asking for timeout, 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 refs ignoring him. All of a sudden you has possession for that one split second, he calls timeout, they grant it. Like, that's the thing that I don't understand. There has to be clear cut science about it,
Yeah,
you know.
and the thing is, if they would have went over that call and truly been able to look at the call, Grayson Allen got his hand on the ball before the ball even went out of bounds. So if that was a call and it was reversed, Phoenix Suns would have had the ball.
hmm And they're
So it's
on their half of the court and everything. Yep.
exactly. So it's like that changes everything with just not having possession and actually getting a timeout call. So it's just like it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the game shouldn't have been that close for y'all to allow the refs
Yeah,
to
to
make
dictate the ending.
yeah
Yeah.
to dictate the ending. So it's just got to be better, and the Phoenix Suns just got to show that they need more in that front court.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Suns are more top heavy. You can't rely on KD being your four and getting decent rebounding from KD. KD is he's a opportunist when it comes to rebounds. Like
Yeah.
he's not gonna go out there and grab them willingly for you. He's not gonna fight for position. He's not gonna box out.
Mm.
He's not somebody that's going to get you 10 rebounds a game, but he's somebody that can get a double double on rebounds because he's in the right position and just so happens to be there to get the rebound to push the ball
Yeah.
down, or maybe get his own shot back on like a layup or something and he get a rebound off of that. So he's a rebounding opportunist. He's not somebody that's going to put your team in position for the rebounding game. So, in that turn, you need a big who is going to come in and do that. The big that you have is not known for stuff like that. He's known for kind of stretching the floor and being outside of the restricted area. So when you have somebody like that, you're going to get out rebounded. What they should have done was gotten a backup, somebody who's gonna come out off the bench, center, power forward, that's gonna do the dirty work and get the rebounds. That way you could interchange them and it wouldn't have been such a discrepancy throughout the entire game. Because I mean, you look at the entire game, they was getting bullied in the paint.
Yeah, but it's also tough because at the end of the day, they still don't have Bradley Bill because that they was getting bullied in the paint. Then you also got to think about the defensive rotations that was going on by the Lakers, where the
Mhm.
Lakers was actually sending doubles and everything at Booker, and it's just like the only release valve when it comes to that is KD.
Right.
Now, if you had a Bradley Bill on the court, which he's dealing with back injuries, uh that you got two people who could catch the ball and attack closeouts and do things like that. So it's just
Yeah.
like, this is a double-edged sword. You need to fill up that rebounding aspect, but you also just need to be healthy because even if you have Bradley Bill, a healthy Bradley Bill out
Yeah,
there,
it would have been a different
this
game.
is a different game still,
Yeah.
regardless of the rebounding.
No, I agree. I think that Bradley Bill would give them a different because I mean right now you're only worried about KD and Book. That's it.
Nobody else. I don't care how good the other people are shooting. Right now, once
Yeah,
you
you're
get
just
them
worried about Book
flustered,
and
they're not true
and honestly, you
playmakers.
really only worried about Book. To be honest with you, KD gonna get his, but Book is
Yeah.
is different. He's gonna get his by creating it and being very effective on one-on-one situations. So you're throwing a lot of people at him to try to confuse him, hoping that he makes a bonehead play, which he did in the first quarter. And I think he accounted for like 4 or 5 of the 10 turnovers they had in the first quarter.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's tough. It's tough, but I
Yeah.
agree. They need Bradley
Yeah.
Bill.
That's a fact. Because if you ain't gonna have true playmaking with somebody, and I think Devin Booker, like we're gonna pass on this, but Devin Booker has been playing fantastic and
Mhm.
playmaking perfectly fine. But the Lakers just, they got their people back and they got the athleticism, the size to disrupt all of that. So it's just like you got to have more aggregate ball handling, and Bradley Bill would be that if you're not gonna have a true playmaker.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
So what about the
Moving forward, Bucks and Knicks, that was very like I didn't expect it to be that high of a score. I thought it was gonna be kind of well, I expected a blowout Bucks wise, but I didn't expect to be that high scoring. I thought it'd be a little bit lower. I thought it would be like around like 95 to like 110 or something like that. Like I didn't I mean we're looking at like 200 and something points here on the board. 146 to 122. I expected the Pacers and Celtics game to be like that,
yeah.
you know.
Nah.
So I it's just weird. I think these things are just weird. It's not that you're not trying to play defense, but you're trying to put up points. And I
Yeah.
think that they forgot like they're already in. the semifinals. Like you don't have to put a points anymore. Like it's not about points.
Yeah, I don't think it's just points. I think it's at the end of the day, the Bucks is still trying to get it together. So they're gonna when they get that little feeling and they starting to get it together, they're gonna keep going, and that's how the score shot up. And then on the other end of the spectrum, the Knicks, they're also always a solid defensive team. So like you said, you expect like 110, and I expect always to be score. You know how it is nowadays. 100 points get flat, so 200 points each. You know what I mean? 200 points a game
Yeah,
guaranteed. So I'm just saying here, like, yo, I didn't expect it to be a blowout like that. For Brunson not to show up and
yeah,
quickly become that X factor, and for y'all to have Knicks, for y'all to have, I don't even want to say his name, be the
Randall.
best player on the court. When he's the best player on the court, it's like, oh man, what's going on? And then for the
Yeah,
other guys not to show up, if they would have showed up, then this would have been a rock fight.
yeah. I think
But
you have Mitch. Mitch here didn't show up. Grimes at this point in the season, I don't even know why Grimes is starting. I would start either the Senzo, whatever his name is, or Quick.
DiVincenzo,
Yeah, but
nah,
I
nah,
like
nah. I'm
Quick,
taking Quick
and I
off
like
off,
Quick
off
coming
the
off the
bench
bench. I like
because
him
you
off the
know
bench
that
too. Yeah, you wanna change your pace off the bench, and I
God,
get
yeah,
that. But then what's the alternative? Hart. I mean I much rather Grimes coming off the bench. I feel like there's too much pressure on him in his starting role. He
yeah.
hasn't really
But the
done
thing,
much.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. But the thing about it is, like, when you start to think of roster construction and everything,
Mm,
and we going through a whole game, the reason I would want Grimes in the starting lineup
because of defense.
is no, 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 no. Simply because
Mm,
when you get guys like Emmanuel quickly out there, you got Hard out there. Once you start subbing people out, he's the easy one to sub out. Then it keeps more of a
okay,
continuity of
okay.
all
Rotation
together.
wise, I
Yes,
got you. All right,
rotation
that's
wise, like
understandable.
so. That's the only reason I would sit there and be like, I would like to have a more solid person at that position, but
Mhm.
if we don't have that, at least we got the other people around them that's solid, and then we bringing in, we taking him out, then bringing in quickly, bringing in, Hard and all them people. So
Right, I got you. I got you. Um, Kings. I thought that this would have been an opportunity for them to get right, especially with De'Aaron Fox coming back. I think that Fox is still trying to get win. He was 10 for 25. So you can say the confidence is there. It's just he needs to get his legs up under him. But I just think that the Pelicans just played better. They played better 60-minute game. I mean, you look at Brandon Ingram. Ingram was doing everything. He did not want to lose.
48,
Huh?
48 minute.
Oh yeah, 60 minutes is football. Yeah.
I was doing the math. I'm like, wait, it's 60, but no,
It's bad funny because it felt weird to say 60. Like I questioned it in
you
my brain,
still
but I was
went
like, nah,
with
I got it. I got it. It,
it.
it sounds right.
Oh no, but when you see that matchup, it's like, yo, at the end of the day, the Pelicans have Herb Jones. It's one of the best defenders out there. And
Yeah.
that's who Fox was going against. At the end
Mhm.
of the day, the Kings have been trending forward because Fox was out. He came back, and those games have been showing like the Kings was going crazy, and it's just like, all right, they back to
Yep.
their form, and that's why even like we did the power rankings, and then even I wasn't even thinking about the Kings, but I'm like they was playing like trash, but they started trending up that week. But I wasn't thinking about the Kings, so that was also one of the reasons too. I was like, I got to pick them to actually win this one,
Right.
even though I thought they were still getting it together. But I wasn't expecting as well as Brandon Ingram to go crazy and do what he was doing out there.
Yeah. Ingram,
So it's just
he
like
is not trying to go home.
I knew the Kings was trending upward, but Brandon
Mhm.
Ingram, he just showed exactly, his true potential and like just stuff
Right.
we need to see from him consistently. And and,
Yeah, I agree. I
and I
agree.
just
So I
also
mean,
moving forward, I just need to see more from Zion. Zion, I need to see more from you, big boy. Big boy.
I will give you props on one of your picks, and you did say that the Pacers had what it takes to get past the Celtics, even if it's just for that one game. Um, because I still think in the 7 game series, the Celtics is probably the best team in the league.
Yeah, but
But
this is why you gotta
this is
love
it's
the
just a
in-season
yeah,
tournament because it's not
one
about
and done.
7 games.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta come out and be ready.
and that's what the Pacers did. They came out, they punched them in the mouth, and it
Yeah,
was crazy too because I the way it was trending in the beginning. Jalen Brown didn't miss his first shot until like the second quarter.
yeah,
So
and you know
I was
what's
thinking like it was gonna be one of them games.
yeah, I thought so too. It was one of those fantastic games from him, and I think he's this year. Like even though the numbers don't say, Jalen Brown has been playing well.
Nah, he's been
We
balling.
gotta we gotta give it to him. You know all the scrutiny he dealt with, but coming out into that game, and I saw the game start, I was like, "Yo, it's no way Boston is gonna keep up with this pace that the Pacers are going at."
Oh
Like, cause
nah, Pacers was going
they was,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah, they was moving with him, and I'm like, "Oh, they going back and forth." Like as far as like, yo, the pace of the game, and I'm just like, "Yo, all right, they're not gonna be able to keep up with them." But and obviously the show they couldn't, but also it's the fact that the Celtics was without KP. If they had KP, it changes some of the stuff
yeah.
that
I think
goes
it
on
would
out
change things
there.
too.
And Celtics is winning that.
I mean, but you look at the Pacers right now, going to work against the Bucks. I mean, they matching shot for shot. I think there was a sequence when Halliburton hit a three and then Dame hit a three. They playing right now, so I think
Yeah,
111, 108, 3 minutes left in the fourth. So I mean, it's tough. I mean, you had the Pacers winning a couple, and I think the Pacers could be hot in a one and done type thing, but
yeah.
this is just this right here, the turning. I
Hmm.
wouldn't put it past it going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like playoff
Yeah.
time because this is getting real spooky in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely, especially with a team could, game plan against you for 7 games. But the pace is
Hmm.
out there. You know what's the thing? You know how I advocate. How I advocate for the passing of the torch, the new boys. As always, you feel me?
Hmm.
I love some of these players coming in and just like, changing of the guards. So to
Right.
see the Pacers out here doing it early is fantastic for them, for Pacers and the Pacers fans, because it's just like these are the teams that you expect to just play, whatever, play through the season and have no hype. But this tournament has been showing the hype
Not facts.
and been giving teams reason to play early. So I love it. And I love the fact that the Pacers is out here
Balling.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
What's your prediction for the Pelicans and Lakers?
Man, listen,
I think the Pelicans might squeak it out. It's
I
one
think I
game.
think so too. I ain't gonna lie. I really do have faith in the Pelicans right here. As long as Ingram go
Yeah, I
out
have
and
faith.
play well, because it's just like, I when we think about the boards, like what happened with Phoenix, it's not gonna be that much of a cakewalk because you got a guy like Zion. As long as Zion actually get on
Yeah,
boards, because sometimes he be on his Wemby stuff where he be ready to hit the break. Um, but it's just like I don't know. I think the Pelicans are more youthful and athletic to keep up and make things difficult, but it's still LeBron James
yeah.
playing
I
crazy.
agree. I have the Pelicans beating the Lakers, but it could go either way. I
Hmm.
agree. Quickly, let's just talk about Luca going crazy because Luca, oof, he was sunning done. He was like, "Done, you my son." Yo, it was man. Luca's having a phenomenal season, man. If Luca's not top three, he got to be top five in MVP voting. Well, or he
Yeah,
will be. I mean, he's there. He's playing an MVP caliber season right now. Him and Shaw. I mean, I can name a lot of players, but I think Luca, he's playing
yeah. I
lights out.
think I think when you think of the MVP race right now, you got to think one and two of Luca's in there, and obviously my goat Jokic. Uh,
I mean,
the
I got
Joker
Embiid in
is.
there too. Embiid going crazy.
Yeah, but when I think of the top two, though, I think of them too. Like Embiid is like, yeah, I believe in it. But because he had a 50-point game, which is crazy.
Yeah, he had a
But
50
come on,
pointer last
Luca
night.
just had a triple double in the first half.
Yeah, he had. First of all, that's
Like,
not only a
come
triple
on,
double. He had 28 points and a triple double at half.
a half. Like
That's
for the
crazy.
Jazz, it was a shit show. Like, you know, you got to say call it what it is. It was the shit show for them. Luca took
Yeah,
advantage, and like, come on, Jazz. I'm talking to you guys. Luca came in with the whitest thing in the world. He had that little hairband thing. It wasn't even a headband, it was a hairband. Like,
it was
you
a
go to the
hairband.
YMCA, yeah, you go to the YMCA and you see a guy like that every time, a white dude like that every time you go
Yeah.
there.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's what Luca just did. You just got YMCA'd by Luca. It make
It's
it
not
look
even the
easy.
YMCA, bro. The LA Fitness.
The LA, oh Lord. Oh Lord, but that's what happened. But Luca's going crazy, and like you said, you got to put. If we thinking top three, you can put Embiid in there, but top two, I'm putting a Jokic, and then
Yeah,
you gotta
I'll put
and
Joker
then
in there, but
Luca.
you gotta put Luca. You gotta put respect on Luca, man.
Yeah, but I
Luca,
put Luca
Luca's
over
been
that
balling
because
though.
Luca he been going
Yeah, he's
crazy
been
this whole
killing.
early
He's been
season.
killing.
One of the best
I
offenses surrounded by him.
Yep. I would say that I would put Luca first right now because I think Joker's just doing more of the same of what he did last year. It's nothing there's nothing special to what he's doing. He's just unstoppable
This time
at what
about
he
this is
does.
you giving the LeBron effect now. This is what
No, no,
happens
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
media.
no.
This no
Not
no
to
no no
discredit
no
him.
no no
Not to discredit.
no.
I'm not
Yeah, I know
discrediting
you're not
Jokic. I'm
discrediting
just
him.
saying. It. What he's doing is amazing. It's just him doing more of what he's always done. Like there's no drop off in his production. It's just him being
That's
the fantastic player that
literally the
he is. But
LeBron
it's consistent.
effect.
What do you mean it's the LeBron effect? He's
Where
consistent.
LeBron was the absolutely dominant, and that's what I mean. LeBron was so dominant that when he had crazy numbers, you just looked at it like, oh, okay, that's just what he does,
Yeah,
and
because
that's
you
what Luca
expect it from
does. But
him.
Luca is number one in. There we go. You hear?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
All right. But yeah, Luca is number one in points, rebounds, and assists.
I'm not talking about Luca. I'm talking about Jokic.
I'm not Luca. I said Luca. I meant Jokic. Jokic is points, rebound, and assists. He's number one. Are we talking about it? Just and when I say number one, I mean number one in all of them.
No, that's what I'm saying. But this is
So it's like,
something.
yo, we can't
It's
be
not
like,
like,
all right, this is just something that's regular. Like, and it is regular
but
for
it
him,
is
but it's
regular
just
for
like,
him. It is
but it's just
regular for
like,
him.
yeah, for his play right now. But it's like it's fantastic. It's amazing.
No,
I'm not
without a
putting
doubt,
Luca
without a doubt,
I'm
it's
not putting
amazing.
Luca number one over Jokic for what he's doing right now. I don't care. Joker is number one. I don't care what we just saw last night. What's going on in B, whatever. Joker's number one.
I got you.
I'm not being
I agree.
prisoner
I
of the
give you that.
moment.
I give you that. I give you that. But let's also put some respect on Luca. Luca, all season long, he's been consistent. He's been balling. And me and you, we talked about at the beginning of the season how sustainable this is this going to be, because we've seen Luca go on amazing little streaks and then not be able to sustain it during the stretch of the playoffs at the end of the season. So hopefully this just continues for him.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too, man. You know, he got the dad energy now, so congratulations, Luke.
Congratulations. But yeah, man, that's our show. We just wanted to get a quick little show out for you guys. We'll probably drop some clips out. Yeah, bro, take us out.
Did the Pacers win yet, man? Oh, it's a close one.
Yeah, Pacers won.
Is
it's
it
122 to 114. Yeah, the game's on.
Yeah, but it's 48 seconds left. Yeah, look, this is the
done,
NBA.
bro.
You never know, man. This is the NBA, man. But y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above, man. Your boys are signing out, so make sure you hit that sub button. Like, we love y'all.